This is El Estepario Siberiano. In the past 3 years, he has become one of the world's most famous drummers without even leaving his bedroom. The first technique he uses is called gravity blasts, which allows him to get insanely fast rolls with just one arm. He does this by making his stick into a lever, by putting it on the rim of the drum and just simply pulling up and down, getting a note for each movement. And most drummers only play it with one hand or only on the snare drum, but Estepario uses gravity blasts like this. His second limb hack is the duelist pedal, which allows him to play double kick with just a single pedal. His third limb hack is something I like to call stick rocking. Which is where you can play super fast notes on the cymbal simply by playing push-pull technique like you would on a stick, but you just hold it more at the top so you get a note at the top of your stick and at the bottom of your stick. So limb hacking, I think, is the most beneficial for advanced drummers who are really looking to go to that expert place in their drumming. So I think this concept is the most beneficial for beginner drummers because coordination is one of the biggest hurdles that you have to get over as a beginner.
Desde que yo decidí que quería orientar toda mi vida alrededor de la batería, no me he saltado, literalmente, por favor creedme, no me he saltado ni un puto día de práctica. Ni uno. Todos los días que he podido he practicado el máximo de horas que he podido, llueva. Es que muchas veces parece que desde las marcas y los medios, las revistas, las plataformas de docentes, se nos fraccionan a los artistas como dos tipos. Parece que está como la gran élite y luego todos los demás. Muy bien, eso, gente, es una mentira como la copa de un pino. La posibilidad vuestra de mejora y de alcanzar el nivel del profesional que a vosotros os parezca está enteramente en vuestras manos.
Let me put it this way. I've taught tons of students and there is a key difference between good drummers and great drummers. You have to be singularly focused and borderline obsessive. The drummers who are obsessed with making progress on the drums, obsessed with playing, obsessed with studying and learning, those are the drummers who become the best. Now, I think this secret benefits intermediate drummers the most. Of course, it's beneficial to all of us. The happier we can be for other drummers and the more stoked we can be, the more inspiration we're gonna draw from that, which will actually encourage us to play more and to play better, as opposed to have thoughts that are discouraging to yourself. Because like I said, our mind is our biggest asset on the kit. So maybe no surprise that I'm gonna rank this as the most beneficial to all of us drummers. The problem is most drummers expect to just practice something for 5 to 10 minutes and nail it. But the reality is this is almost never the case. We need to stretch and expand our expectations of what it takes to truly be great on the kit or even just in a single exercise. Estepario thinks in terms of weeks, months, and years, not minutes, hours, or days. And that is the powerful mindset shift that makes Estepario so much more elevated than us, benefits all drummers the most. And that's not to say that I think everyone should be spending 9 hours on their kit every day, but the powerful takeaway is to shift our expectations and just have the understanding that to get things to sound good on the drum set, it's gonna take longer than you think. Instead of thinking 5 minutes, maybe think an hour. Instead of thinking an hour, think a week. Then if you do it in a shorter amount of time, you'll be excited. But if your expectation was 5 minutes and it takes 3 days, then you're gonna be super pissed and you're probably not gonna keep practicing. Motivation is more of an emotion. It's more of a feeling, and feelings fade and go up and down. Estepario breaks it into a simple equation. Where do you wanna go? If that's the goal, what's the price to get there? Now, the question is, do you wanna pay that price? I think that's a really valuable question to ask yourself, and ask yourself honestly. So you're replacing motivation with discipline. And discipline allows you to continue to pay that price whether you feel motivated or not. You're just committed to showing up. And Estepario will be the first to say that he's committed to the process, not the goal. Because if you commit hard enough to the process, it becomes unreasonable that the goal won't happen. And I think this mostly benefits intermediate players because, like I said, that line between intermediate and advanced is a really hard one to cross over, and I think you need this type of mindset to really push you over the line. The key to his success was doing something he wanted to do for himself, and that was just film videos of what he was working on.
I started doing them for me because that's actually the only way that I can prove to myself that all the effort that I have put in this instrument is worth something.
I think what's scary is the success that you can find when you truly commit to something that you want to do, not worrying about what other people are going to say, not worrying about other drummers or musicians or comparing yourself. It's just saying, this is what I want to do. This is my goal, and I'm willing to pay the price, and I'm going to commit to it. And the success that you can find within that is scary and exciting and motivating. And this benefits all drummers the most.